Okay, so thank you for joining our informational session regarding the Rise Idea Fund. It is a new way that we're trying incentives this year. So Chris, I know that you're going to go ahead and do the introduction, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us this evening. My name is Chris Aycock. I have the privilege of serving as the Early Learning Policy Analyst for the Franklin County Board of Commissioners, and we're excited to talk to you about this new RISE program that we're excited to unveil.
And I'm Brittany Jackson. I am the RISE Director at Future Ready 5. It is an honor and privilege to be with you guys tonight as we get started to give you more information about this program. So we're going to start off the evening with an overview of the RISE program. A lot of you may be familiar with Franklin County RISE, but some of you may not. So we're going to give you a little bit of background. Then we're going to introduce the Idea Fund and what that all entails. Then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the preset options that will be available through this fund, as well as the application and the rubric process. And last but certainly not least, we are going to invite you to join RISE Circle. So we'll be telling you a little bit more about what that program is.
So Franklin County RISE is funded by the Board of Commissioners. And so coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, the commissioners really wanted to first seek to stabilize the childcare industry. We knew teachers were leaving. We knew families didn't have access because of tuition costs. And so that led to us forming Franklin County RISE, which is a $42 million investment over, I believe it will be a total of 5 years. And so after we kind of stabilize the childcare industry, we've sought to kind of sustain that investment and now innovate. We want to grow our investment over the next couple of years. We will have some really exciting things coming out of the Board of Commissioners office about what early learning will look like for the county going forward. And so part of the Board of Commissioners' hope for a broader early learning strategy is hearing directly from providers. And so we think that the Idea Fund, and we'll get into this a little bit more here in a minute, is a great way to get feedback from you guys about problems that you see in your day-to-day.
Thank you, Chris. And so speaking of our Board of Commissioners, we do have a video introducing the Idea Fund from Commissioner Erica Crawley. Some of you may have seen this on our social media, but we're going to go ahead and play it momentarily here.
Hey there, it's your Franklin County Commissioner.
I do apologize. It played perfectly.
And Board President Erica Crawley here. And as you know, my passion is for our children. And that's why in 2022, we launched Franklin County RISE, our $42 million investment in early childhood education. And we're still working hard now in 2025. Franklin County RISE supports early child care providers and educators while offering valuable scholarships to working families. And now I'm thrilled to announce an exciting new opportunity launching this year. This year, we are launching the Idea Innovation Fund, a $500,000 fund to help 90 providers bring their innovative and creative ideas to life, improving quality and access in early learning classrooms across Franklin County. I know you're excited to learn more. So we're hosting 2 information sessions in early February. Visit the link below to learn more and get ready to submit your innovative ideas. This is your chance to innovate, grow, and shape the future of early learning in Franklin County. Let's give every child in Franklin County every single chance to thrive and not just survive.
All right. Chris?
So as Commissioner Crowley put it, we have a $500,000 fund that will be distributed across 90 providers. The smallest amount is $2,000. It's a preset package. It's materials for your classroom. It's books for your classroom. And then we step it up to our $5,000 level. And so we will have 25,000 awardees. Then our $10,000 level, and we will have 15 of those. And then finally, the largest prize is $15,000 awardees. And so we wanted to give you guys kind of some framework of what we're looking for in terms of our funding priorities. And so we have 4 funding focuses. One is advancing literacy for our diverse learners. We know that the largest equity gap on the kindergarten readiness assessment is literacy. And so we want to see what you guys can come up with to kind of help bridge that gap. We are really concerned about making sure that every child in Franklin County has the materials they need to get a great start to their education. And we especially want to focus this on those students who English might not be the first language or the language that they hear at home. And how do we help our bilingual learners? The second is for classroom enhancements. And so this is, how do you make your classrooms more accessible? It could be, how do you incorporate STEAM principles, or how do you create kind of some sensory rooms within your classroom? Any innovative ideas that really kind of help shape your classroom and kind of broaden your ability to teach. The third is step up to quality support. So this is for any provider who has had some trouble with the state's rolling out of the new step up rule, or might want a different curriculum than what the state is offering. This really just helps kind of serve as a backstop to all of that transition. And then, like I said, we really want to hear from you. This idea was born out of getting to hear what providers need and how Franklin County can be of assistance. So we have an open-ended option. You are in your classrooms every day. We know you guys work really hard. And so getting to hear the problems that you face and how some of these awards might go to solving those problems, that's what we're really interested in.
Thank you, Chris. And so we mentioned earlier that 45 programs will be awarded a preset bundled option up to $2,000. Those preset bundles are from Lakeshore and Constructive Playthings. Those catalogs will be available for you on the RISE website, on Action for Children's website, under providers, that provider section. And you guys will be able to look for, if you would like a preset option, you would be able to look for a bundle that falls within any of those categories. They you will make sure on the budget that you show which of these preset options that you're asking for, if that is something that you are requesting. The 45 preset awardees are going to have their bundles ordered directly by the RISE team, not by you, and it will be delivered directly to you. Excuse me. The biggest part of the application is our letter of intent, or our proposal. And we want to make sure that you guys are ready to submit a well thought out, really well planned and innovative story for what it is that you need. And so on the application, you will have some writing prompts, and we wanted to make sure that you guys have those prompts well in advance so that you can have the time to prepare those answers. The first question is for you to tell us about your program. We want to hear what makes your program unique. Tell us about the children you have in your program and your families. What challenges are they facing? What challenges are your teachers facing? What things do you guys need in your program to serve you and your overall community? Then what needs specifically would you like this award to address? How will getting $10,000 or $5,000 really support your program? Do you see the solution that you've created being something that other programs could replicate? So if it is a problem that you know that you're facing, it might be something that your peers are facing as well. So if you have a really creative idea that could help your program, it might be able to help another program. Who knows, maybe in the future, we'd be able to use that solution broadly and support many programs from something that you created within this proposal. A part of this will also be a line item budget so that we can see how you would be planning to spend these funds to solve that issue. And then lastly, we'll, as a bonus on the rubric, you can tell us a little bit about your program's commitment to equitable and inclusive practices.
And so this kind of details how we'll be kind of assessing and grading your application. So the first part is we're looking for a clear problem statement. Now, this doesn't have to be like the perfect grant. It doesn't have to be, sound like it was written by a professional fundraiser. We really just want to hear from you. What are the problems you're facing day to day? The second is we want to see that your proposal is innovative, that you've really put thought and time behind what you're writing about how the problem will solve children, how your solution solves a problem specifically for the children in your classroom. Third is that the proposal is scalable, that it is something that we could do and replicate in centers across the county. The fourth is budget justification. We are using taxpayer dollars to pay for these awards, and so we want to make sure that we are good financial stewards of those dollars. The fifth is the implementation timeline, which just is kind of a breakdown of when will you implement your solution, over how long will it take you to implement what you're proposing. And then we kind of grade all of those, but if you miss any points, there's a chance to earn them back with an equity bonus. And that just means bonus points if you can demonstrate a commitment to equity and inclusiveness in your classroom, serving diverse learners, serving a number of learners kind of across a number of spectrums.
And before we jump into this commercial about the RISE Circle, I did want to give you guys a few dates and updates about when these things will be going live. So the application will be live March 3rd on the RISE provider page on Action for Children's website. Of course, the links and everything will be shared out as well. Tomorrow, everything we're sharing now, the recording of this, all the documents, that means the guidance document, the template for the budget, our list of things that the money could be spent on and could not be spent on, all of those things will be live on that site. And it will be in RISE Circle as well, which is why we have RISE Circle up. But all of those things will be live so that you guys can have all the information that you need to prepare yourself before it is time to submit your application. Applications will be open from March 3rd through April 30th. And then we will be reviewing applications in the month of May. And so June 2nd, that first Monday in June, is when we'll be doing a big email to all of the awardees, but also a big social media push to tell everybody to really celebrate you guys as awardees of the IDEA Fund. And for those who get a cash award, those will have to all be reconciled by September 30th. And more information about that reconciliation process will be given out as well. We're going to make sure that you guys have everything you need to be successful. But those who receive a bundled package will not have to reconcile because we'll be purchasing them. So you won't have to reconcile those funds. Okay, so RISE Circle. RISE Circle is your platform to stay connected with Franklin County RISE. As you see, there is a section for families and caregivers. So there will be a separate link that we can share with you guys for you to get your parents on here. And then there's that link right there, that QR code that's on the screen right now is for you as programs so that you can join, because it's a different level of information that you guys get. You get access to resources, things in the community, we're really building up our whole services so that we can have partners come on and have some information sessions to really speak directly to you about what they offer. There will be PD within Rise Circle. And then there's also just the opportunity for you guys, to connect and collaborate with one another. We really want to see this network grow, this platform really become the space where Franklin County programs, partners, and families can really be together and share and learn and grow. So make sure you use that QR code, and I'm going to leave it up right now. And that way you can stay connected. It's also where you will hear everything about Franklin County Rise first. It is where you will get information first. So you want to make sure that you're connected. Any questions? Y'all just as quiet as the afternoon group was. It's Mondays are tough, huh? All right, well, I'm sure you guys will have more questions as time goes on. So I'm always able to be reached. I will put my information in the chat. My email is brittany.jackson@futureready5.org. And you can contact me directly with any questions that you have. And there's my email address. I'll leave it in there so that you guys can see it. But if there are no other questions, that's it for this evening. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for taking care of Franklin County children. I can't wait to see your proposals. I know we're going to do great things with this idea fund. Thank you guys.